Hi and welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is a collective love reading. I'm picking up on a very specific energy. I've pre-shuffled all of the cards, and on the bottom of my offline deck, which I use to garner the energy of what I'm picking up on for this reading, I got the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups can be seen as a celebration, but in this scenario, the energy that I'm picking up on is there is a third party. Threes, a third party. Now, cups are emotions. And what wants to come out there? Four of Wands. Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is heavy burdens. The Four of Wands is a relationship that you have with this third party, but also a relationship that you have with somebody else. Queen of Pentacles. The energy that I'm picking up on is there is a third party in your life trying to dictate to you how to express your love. And why are they trying to dictate that to you? Because they're wanting to create a facade. And something that you are doing, a relationship that you are in or that you want to be in, will upset the facade that they have created. Interesting. And my throat just closed up. Now, I actually recorded this reading the other day. I got a song that was coming through, Del Shannon's Runaway, and I recorded the whole reading, and there were lots and lots of messages coming through in that reading. And when I sat down yesterday to edit it, it was crazy town. It was all disjointed, and so I scrapped it. And I thought, no, I'm going to get up today and I'm going to re-record the reading and see what comes through. I've had a couple of days to sort of digest the information that's coming through, and it's coming through again. And I've been hearing the song Runaway by Del Shannon all morning, which is a sign for me that I need to pull the energy again. And before I got organized for the reading, I decided to do a bit of baking. I expressed my love for my family, for my people that are close to me, through baking. So I turned the oven on. I was baking gingerbread and some cinnamon scrolls. And as the oven started to heat up, I could hear there's something in that. I could smell this funny smell. And I store a lot of my baking trays and lids and stuff like that in the oven. And I'd accidentally left a plastic lid in the oven, and it had started to melt. It's melted all over the racks. And so I had to adjust how I was going to bake these biscuits and cinnamon scrolls, because obviously heated up plastic is toxic. And that's what I could smell. And there's a message in that. I had to adjust my baking because of something toxic. You're being asked, Three of Cups, to adjust how you express emotion towards somebody that you love, because a toxic energy is asking you to. Now, I'll give you the background of that song. When I get songs coming through, and I don't have that song on my playlist, so it was just randomly coming through. It's from 1961, I think, from memory, from the other reading. Del Shannon, that was his first song, I think he did, and it was a one-hit wonder. It basically went #1 in multiple countries around the world. He rose to overnight fame. And as I said, when I get songs through, it may be the name of the artist, it could be the lyrics of the song. Oftentimes I'm guided to actually check the background of the song. And the background of the song is in an interview, because after he shot to fame and he went on to record with the Beatles and all these different people, this beautiful, on the exterior, this beautiful life, but he had a girlfriend at the time, his first love. And in an interview, he said that that song was his ultimate demise, because as soon as he shot to fame, his record company asked him to hide the fact that he had a girlfriend, because being single sold more records. Now, he went on to marry his girlfriend and they had kids and everything like that. But as I said in that interview, it was the catalyst for the ultimate demise, because in the end, they ended up getting divorced. She went on to find herself. And that's the energy I'm picking up on. As I said, I was baking this morning, something toxic in my oven, some sort of something you've signed into. So, I had this idea that I was going to bake this morning, and I was a bit distracted. And it all sounded good in theory. And it's what's that phrase? A fly in the ointment. A fly in the ointment was this plastic lid in my oven. It's almost like somebody didn't want me to express the way I express love through acts of kindness. They didn't want me to express my love by baking. And it happened twice, because when I went to roll the ginger nut or the gingerbread biscuits, I got all the way to the end of the preparation of these biscuits and realized I didn't put the ginger in them. So I had to go back and do it again. You might have somebody in your life making multiple attempts to stop you from expressing your love to the person that you love. Now, I'm going to give you some examples, because I was thinking about this while I was baking. I was thinking about all the different scenarios, and there could be a billion of them, but these were some of the ones that I was thinking of. And obviously, there's the obvious one of Del Shannon. You might have bought an apartment in a neighborhood that's marketed to young singles, and then your partner falls pregnant, and indirectly, the body corporate, that's what we call it here in Australia, the body corporate doesn't say directly, we don't want a young family in here because it ruins our image. So they start doing things indirectly to make it difficult for you to live there in the capacity that you want to live there as a young family. The same scenario applies. You might come from a very religious family where people don't live together before they're married, and so there's a strong, the third party might be family values, but you're living with your partner and you're being asked by your family not to reveal that information to anybody because it affects how your family is perceived in the community. Now, the same thing applies with, you might come from a family that is very traditional and believes in the traditional male-female relationship, but you're in a same-sex relationship and you're being asked to keep that hidden. I mean, it could be something as simple as maybe you sell cars, and maybe you sell sports cars, two-door sports cars, but you've got 4 kids. You're indirectly told by your workplace that you can't be seen in a minivan. There's all different ways that it plays out. It could be religion. Perhaps you come from a very religious family and you've made the decision to be with somebody from a different faith background, and you're being asked to keep that quiet. But it's not for your benefit, it's for the benefit of whoever this third party is. I even think of, politicians who keep things hidden because if people found out, it would affect their public image. It's a lie of omission, and it's a deception, and you're wearing the cost of it. And as I said, I did a reading prior, and when I finished the reading, I was really happy with it. But when I listened back to it, I hadn't formed my thoughts properly. And so it kind of came across disjointed. Maybe you've agreed to do whatever this is. Hierophant underneath. Maybe you've agreed to do whatever this is. Now, we did have the 10 of, look at that, 10 of Wands, exactly where I cut it. We did have the 10 of Wands. You've agreed verbally, contractually agreed to whatever this is. And now you're feeling regret because it benefits somebody else, but it's toxic for you because you can't express your love the way you want to express it. Okay, so I'm going to put those cards there. I'm going to get... Now, if you're new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe if the reading resonates with you. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I receive messages prior to a reading. I'll then come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message. So if you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. All of the decks that I use on my channel, because I'm also an illustrator, are my own designs. Just needed to make sure that I was recording, are my own designs. And so if you are called to any of those decks, the links to them can be found in the description box. I'm going to start with my Divine Messages Oracle deck. I want to see what messages your guides have for you in this situation. Frustration. Now, I don't know whether you saw, but when I was pulling those cards, that card there, it was stuck. So I was shuffling, and there's a frustration because you are feeling stuck, because you can't express love the way you want to express it. Rest, work, life balance. This has something to do, well, the initial song had something to do with his work. There's an imbalance here, and whether it is in a workplace, whether it is an imbalance between you and a family group. It could even be, you know, you might have a group of friends that's all single and you're now in a committed relationship and they want you to go out drinking with them. But because it kills their vibe when they're trying to pick up the ladies, they don't want you to tell anybody that you're committed. So it puts you in an imbalance. There's an imbalance here and it's causing frustration for you. One more. New connection. Protected. On the bottom, I did see when I was baking, well, I went out to check to see if my biscuits were ready and it was 444 on the timer. Not of my oven, because I didn't use my oven. I've got to work out how to get the plastic, which is now all melted into the bottom of the oven. Stuck is the word that I just heard. You're feeling stuck. New connection. What I'm picking up on here is that whenever you've made this agreement or this, whatever, verbal agreement, financial agreement, contractual agreement, you know, whether it's work, whether it's, you know, maybe you bought an apartment complex, you bought an apartment in a complex when you were single and then you met somebody, whether it's a workplace, whenever you made this initial agreement, a bit like when I made that initial video, you weren't really thinking about what happens if something changes, what happens if I have a new connection. Del Shannon, the singer of that song, obviously wasn't thinking about what would happen when he was singing in his little country town, what would happen if he shot to fame. Okay, let's get some cards for you. Okay. The Hierophant. Whatever it is, you're bound to it. And that's where the problem is. That's the frustration. 10 of Pentacles. You potentially are bound to it financially. The Hierophant is Taurus and Venus, number 5. And the 10 of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo. That is the marriage card. Well, it's 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. And somebody, 10 of Pentacles is the emotional fulfillment, but with Pentacles. 10 of Cups is a couple. 10 of Pentacles is the couple with, you know, the family, the car, the house, this is everything. And some sort of structure, entity, religion, work, financial institution is preventing you from having that, because they're trying to create a facade that suits them. And I wonder if she will stay my little runaway. Now, his wife, as I said, did, if you think about, and I don't know how long they kept that relationship a secret, but if you think, if your relationship is built on a facade, then how does that affect that relationship? If who you are and the person that you love and the image of that is dictated by somebody else, then surely when you're building the foundations with that person, that toxicity has to infiltrate in. 2 of Swords, that's the moon in Libra. At a crossroads. It's stuck. 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. And that just popped out. I mean, and those cards, literally, the 9 of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces, those cards literally paint the picture of that particular singer. He was contractually bound to his music label, who were only interested, 10 of Pentacles, only interested in portraying him as single because it generated more income. The 10 of Pentacles is income. And he was at a crossroads, and in that interview that I read, he said, that song was my ultimate demise, because even though it took me to the top, it meant that I couldn't have my 9 of Cups, my wish fulfillment, with the person that I loved. Now, yes, he was with her, but it was hidden. Wow, that's the devil. That's toxicity. Somebody else dictating how you are allowed to love and how it is shown outwardly. The devil is Capricorn. The devil is number 15, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Karmic lesson. Whatever this is, this devil energy was put in your life to create an obstacle for you that you are meant to bust through. So interesting. Because there is no balance if a toxic energy is running the show. Listen to those birds. Okay, let's get some information on this Hierophant energy. As I said, could be a workplace, could be a parent, could be a religious group, could be a group of friends. Let's get some more on them. Yeah, they're under judgment. And that's under judgment by you. It could also be under judgment. We've got the protected card here. Could be that they're under judgment by the man upstairs. This connection that you're in is protected, meaning that it has value. And oftentimes, soul connections that have the most heartache, as in people are almost kept apart, or there's major obstacles in being able to show that love. That happens in connections where there's a divine purpose for that love. As I said, you could be from different backgrounds, different religions. There's a divine purpose. And so the obstacles to be together and to show your love publicly are greater, because divine love is about love winning at the end of the day. Judgment is resurrection. The Judgment card is Pluto, transformation. Now the Ten of Pentacles, these three cards wanted to pop out. Well, they actually just flew out. We've got the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is the card of the student. The Page of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo, which is also the Ten of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sag, and the Nine of Cups. Again, it's the Page of Pentacles is the card of the student. So it's the lessons that you learn. It's the lessons that you learn about what is your wish fulfillment. What do you value? This person that you're in love with. And the Ace of Wands is a new beginning. As I said, you know, the devil is Saturn, which is your karmic lessons. The lessons that you learn whilst you're bound to whoever this is, who's dictating. I mean, look at Del Shannon. You know, as I said, in that interview, he said that song was his ultimate downfall. That was the lesson that he learned whilst he was tied to this pentacle, because it affected his ability, the lesson that he learned, because it affected his ability to outwardly show love for the person that he loved, who he was passionate about. Let's have a look at the Two of Swords. The Ace of Cups. In this scenario, the Hierophant is one sword and you are the other sword. Now, assuming that is you that's being restricted. This Three of Cups here, and we had the Hierophant underneath. This Three of Cups here, whoever this is, a parent, a friendship group, whoever a workplace that is restricting it, they are filling their cup. They're getting what they need, but you're paying the price. They're having a big, Three of Cups is a celebration. They're having a big celebration because whatever this is, it doesn't affect how they are viewed. The Moon in Libra, it's hidden. Nobody knows about this toxicity because they want to keep up the illusion. But in that, you are losing this divine cup of love. Well, you're not losing it because potentially you've still got it, but you're not being allowed to show it. Let's have a look at the Nine of Cups. Look at that. You're not being allowed to show it. That's the Three of Swords. That's heartbreak. Imagine having to keep something hidden. Keep the person that you love hidden. Saturn in Libra. The Moon in Libra. Libra is balance. The Moon, rest, work-life balance. The Moon in Libra means that you have to keep it hidden. The Moon is secrets. Secrets that you have to keep hidden. Saturn in Libra. Saturn is the devil, is your karmic teacher. The Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. What he learned, Saturn in Libra. What he learned was that he didn't have a balance between his work life and his love life because somebody was controlling the strings. And again, it comes out again, the Ten of Wands. Heavy, heavy burdens. This is actually really sad. Okay, let's get... I'm going to use these cards, and we've got the Six of Pentacles on the bottom, which is balance. In this particular deck, this character here, this devil character, stands in the middle. There's two people in love on either side, and this devil in the middle is dictating. Somebody's pulling the strings on a connection that you have. What I want to know is, what is the potential final outcome in this situation? Wow, look at that. Now, as I lifted that up before, that's the Sun. The Sun and the Two of Pentacles, which is balance. So we have the Sun. Something's going to be illuminated, or you're going to illuminate something. Maybe you are speaking your truth. Now, the Sun, and then we have Leo, the Strength card to speak your truth. Leo is the Sun. The Knight of Pentacles is something that's been going on for a long time. The Page of Wands is the Explorer, doing things your way. Maybe now that you've learnt a lesson, or that you're coming to the realization that perhaps you weren't even aware at how much this person was pulling strings. Sorry, I like them straight, and that's annoying me. And you move one, and it, look, the Ace of Pentacles. So now we've got the Ace of Wands, the Judgment card, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, which is another gift from God. Pentacles take the longest amount of time, and Pentacles is wealth. And maybe that you are coming to the realization that expressing this love, or being able to express this love, allowing people to see this love, is actually where your wealth lies. It's in this connection. Death and rebirth. That's the Death card. Now the Death card is Scorpio and Pluto. Transformation. As I said, on the bottom, the Six of Pentacles. It's taking back your power. Okay, let's get you an angel. What angel is walking with you at this time? 28, health and longevity. 10, we've got lots of 10s. 10s are the end. What angel is walking with you? 33, discovers enemies. As I said before, you may not be, you may, when I did that first reading, it was all higgledy-piggledy and a bit disjointed. You may have connected or put yourself in a situation, a conversation, a contract, or whatever with somebody, not realizing what you were signing up for. And then this connection comes along, and you're bound to whatever it is. 48, reconciliation, love and fertility. You've got the opportunity to nurture and grow this new connection that you have. Reconciliation, love and fertility. Perhaps there has been some arguments in terms of, you might have a partner, a spouse, who doesn't want to be hidden. You know, who's potentially saying, well, am I an embarrassment to you? Reconciliation, love and fertility. And then we've got number 1, new beginnings and bestows wisdom. And number 12, adversity, lucid dreaming and discerning secrets. So those are your angel cards. I'm going to get you a moon oracle, see if there's anything else in terms of guidance. Okay, void of course moon, brace for no outcome. So the void of course moon, and I know it sounds ominous, but the void of course moon is where Moon moves from astrological sign to astrological sign. Like, I don't know what it's in today, but potentially it's in Capricorn today and tomorrow it'll be in Aquarius. But there's a period where it's moving across from one sign to the next, and it can be as little as 2 hours up to 24 hours for it to kick across into the next sign. And it's called the void of course moon, that particular, so it's almost the in-between. If I think about it, if I think about midnight, is midnight today or is midnight tomorrow? Or 1 minute till midnight is the end of today, but it's not quite tomorrow. So it's potentially this relationship is in this phase where you've come to the understanding that somebody, a third party, has got some control over how you express your love. Underneath that, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is single, independent, and free. The Queen of Pentacles is Uranus and Virgo. This void of course moon is almost, now you've gotten the enlightenment, or you're getting the enlightenment that something is keeping you stuck and not allowing you to express the love for the person that you love in a way that you want to, and you're in the process of extracting yourself from that because you've recognized this devil energy. It's been illuminated to you, and maybe it's, you know, being illuminated in a reading like this, or, you know, through an argument with whoever it is that you're in a connection with, who's turned around now and said, actually, you know what, this isn't working for me anymore. If I think about that song and I wonder if she will stay, my little runaway, maybe somebody has got jack of being kept a secret and has walked away. Queen of Pentacles is freedom, has walked away. She's single, independent, and free. She doesn't need anybody. But she sure wants love. But she doesn't want her love to be dictated by somebody else. You're in the in-between. And you're protected. This relationship is protected when you choose to learn the lesson, the karmic lesson that you have with this person, which is to learn how to break free from toxic connections. Okay, let's get a Nodes of Destiny card. Now, the nodes are currently in Aries. Actually, this is perfect. The North Node, and the nodes are in a sign for 18 months. So the North Node is in Aries. It went into Aries in June, I think, 2023, and it'll be there until January or December, the end of December of this year. Aries is your point of destiny. Currently, it's the things that we are working on. So Aries is the Emperor, stepping into your power, not letting anybody control you. Now, the opposite side, which is our comfort zone, which is the South Node, is Libra. Libra is the relationships that you have with people. So stepping into the North Node, you're stepping into your power. And the axis with the South Node is stepping away from relationships that no longer serve you, relationships that are toxic, relationships that you need to create boundaries in. And obviously there are relationships that you can't necessarily move away from. I mean, if you've got toxic parents or toxic family or toxic workplace, but you are tied in some way to that, you can't physically step away from it. But what you can do is say, actually, this isn't working for me anymore. Stepping into your Emperor energy. So what are you working on? That's what I want to ask. What are you working on in this particular time where you are in this stepping out of this situation or recognizing this situation for its toxicity, but not yet stepped into the new. What are you working on? North Node in the 9th house. If your North Node is chilling in the 9th house, you might be a bit stuck in your knowledge bubble. Time to break free, shake things up, and embark on a wild adventure to unlock the grand masterpiece of your life. That card suggests to me that part of what you're tied into, you weren't really aware of the karmic hold that it had on you. It's almost like the roots went deeper than you thought. And you recognize that when this new connection came in. What else? Anything else? There's one there. Where is it? Okay. The South Node in Sagittarius. Sagittarius South Nodes, now this is what you're releasing, aren't about the drama. They're all about honesty and optimism, just a tad wary of getting let down. Their hopeful hearts often feel a bit exposed. The Sagittarius South Node is like a wise old sage, guiding us to let go in order to soar higher spiritually. Time to bid farewell to the old and embrace the new. That is... the glass is, I think you have tried to see the best in whatever this situation is, this toxic situation. Maybe you felt so tied to it that, or you felt you had no control over how to change it, that you tried to see the best in it. And I think sometimes what happens is the more toxic somebody is in your life, they feed on that power, and then they pull the reins tighter and tighter and tighter. So you just get sucked in further and further and further until you can't move. If I think about some of those plants, like we've got plants on our fence line that aren't growing. They're on our side of the fence, and they're not growing because the neighbour's trees, the roots have come in underneath and they're almost suffocating them. There's no ability to grow this new connection while somebody else has the power. Those trees, for our plants to grow, those trees next door need to be cut down. South Node in Capricorn. Capricorn South Nodes are on a mission to ditch the laser focus on goals and shift the spotlight onto your own needs. How beautiful is that? Your soul's on a journey to embrace your inner intuition, nudging you to fine-tune those psychic and empathetic powers, superpowers. Think of it as our cozy spiritual bubble, the stuff we got to let go of to spread our wings and soar. The stuff you got to chop out, those trees next door that I mean, I can't obviously go down and chop them out, but that need to be removed. Shift the spotlight onto your own needs. That's about not being this work-life balance that's actually got a toxic grip. And North Node in Scorpio. Now, I don't normally get this many, but obviously I just was intuitively guided to turn that over. Scorpio is death and rebirth. Scorpio is Pluto. So the death card and also the judgment card, which we saw. Under the cosmic influence of the North Node in Scorpio, it's time to Marie Kondo our lives. Now, Marie Kondo is a lady who clears the clutter. Bid farewell to those outdated patterns, toxic ties, and emotional baggage. Perfect. By decluttering our metaphorical closets, we pave the path for some serious glow up and transformation. This is the ability to transform this connection that you have with this person that you love into something that you can celebrate openly. Okay, finally, I'm going to get you a song. Let's see. Actually, I've got another deck there. Let's see. What song? The old songs are coming out. As I said, Runaway by Del Shannon, I think it was 1961. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. Frankie Valli, You're Just Too Good to Be True. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. You'd Be Like Heaven to Touch. I Want to Hold You So Much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. The problem is, you be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. That is obviously that song isn't necessarily about that, but those lines in that song are about a love that can't be expressed publicly. Let's see if there's another one. There we go. Die a Happy Man, Thomas Rhett. And I know that I can't ever tell you enough that all I need in this life is your crazy love. If I never get to see the Northern Lights, or if I never get to see the Eiffel Tower at night, or if all I've got is your hand in my hand, baby, I could die a happy man. It's about wanting the fairy tale and being able to express it. Okay, now finally, I'm going to do one more. I've got my love messages. Let's see. Let's get some messages from your person, this person that you're in this connection with. Let's see what they want to say to you. Okay, you've had a past life connection. Now, that suggests to me that this scenario has played out across many lifetimes. And my understanding of past lives, and everybody's got different scenarios, is that in each lifetime, a similar story plays out and you get further and further and further into that story based on the lessons that you learned. So perhaps in a past life, you were in a connection with this person and somebody again took control over how you displayed your love. And perhaps you ended up not together. This toxic person ended, 10 of Wands, ended this relationship. If I think of Del Shannon, his management company, potentially, if the same thing played out, a workplace that he was in a past life said you cannot be with that person if you are working for us. And so he chose to end that relationship. This may be the lifetime where you, past life recognition, get a do-over, where you get to express that love. But in order to do it, the lesson that you're learning in this lifetime is to walk away from this toxic person or toxic people or toxic workplace or toxic family, whatever it is. South node, we've got 2 south nodes. That's walking away. The south node is your comfort zone. The south node is what you did in a previous life. Capricorn is money. So maybe you were career focused in a past life. Sagittarius, all about honesty and optimism, just a tad wary of getting let down. So you stuck with whatever this was. You stuck with this devil energy in a previous life and sacrificed a relationship. North node in the 9th house. You might be a bit stuck in your knowledge bubble, in what you did in previous lives. To break free, shake things up and embark on a wild adventure to unlock the grand masterpiece of your life. This is a lifetime you're meant to have this love, but to have it, it's got to not be hidden. These cards are great. True love. Oh, how beautiful. It's true love. It was true love in the last lifetime, and it's true love in this. It's coming around. Coming around again. What's that song? I know nothing stays the same, but if you're willing to play the game, be coming around again. It's coming around again. You inspire me. If this person, whoever you're in a relationship with, if they have walked away, and that song, Runaway, if they have walked away from this connection because you are still tied to this toxic person, or they're talking about walking away, perhaps it is the thing that inspires you to walk away. So they're walking away from you, which inspires you to put yourself first and walk away from this toxic connection, which actually brings you back together. Bid farewell to those outdated patterns, toxic ties, and emotional baggage. I'm so frustrated. Twice. Anything else? Wow. Okay. Okay, that's all I'm going to take. I'm feeling vulnerable, healing. This person wants to heal this situation, but they want their love to be able to be expressed organically, not be filtered by somebody else's dialogue. I'm feeling lost and lonely. And we've got, I have a fear of rejection. Okay, and then on the bottom, I think you may have misunderstood me. Now, there's a card here, I don't know if you can see it, that wants to hidden things that are done in the dark. As I said, potentially the beginnings of your connection with this devil energy were hidden from you. The sun underneath were hidden from you because part of the journey in this lifetime to being able to extract yourself from this person or these people or this family or this workplace or this group of friends was that it needed to look all sunshine, roses, happy, because the devil side of it was hidden. It was hidden because if you had have seen it in the beginning, you wouldn't have made the connection with this person, with this devil energy. Because as I said, part of the lesson is being able to extract yourself. So interesting. Okay, let's get some... Actually, I'm going to ask because I'm being called to. So this is my offline deck. I want one card. Anything else? Just one card. Oh, how beautiful. That's the sun. That's the happiest card in the deck. The Knight of Wands. Now, in this particular deck, the Knight of Wands, which is somebody coming forward. Actually, I'm going to find the card and I'll show you. Because that's really beautiful. I love tarot sometimes. The imagery on cards just plays out in so many different ways. Here we go. Under here. Okay. I'm going to put him here and him here. Oh no, we need the Knight of Wands. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. So if you see in this card, he has come forward towards her. But the Page of Wands, and remember I did say it. I said it when it was the Queen of Pentacles. If you go back, I saw the Queen of Pentacles and I said it's the Page of Wands. It's because this card was meant to come out. So the Page of Wands, can you see he's up behind the tree? He can't publicly express his love. It's hidden. This particular deck is about this energy, this devil energy, which is actually her father in the deck, but it's also his boss. So he works for her father. And for them to come forward and express their love, they actually have to go up against her father. And she loses the relationship with her father potentially, and he loses a workplace. Now that might be a scenario that you're in. So he has to hide his love. He stands up behind the tree and he just watches her. Okay? The outcome is the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. The Knight of Wands is him being able to publicly express his love. How beautiful is that? That is really, really lovely. I'm going to put that there. And look at that, underneath we've got the Two of Wands, which is making plans. Underneath that, the Knight of Cups, expressing a love. Underneath that, the Five of Pentacles, which is no more being left out in the cold. Beautiful, 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 beautiful energy. If you're resonating with this reading, this is lovely. This is really, really lovely. Okay, finally, I've got Scrabble tiles in here. Now, there's letters and numbers in here. Could be your first, middle, last initial or that of your person. It could also be the initials of this devil energy, whoever is dictating your love. It could be anything. Please just take it as it resonates. It's just further confirmation. If the letters don't come out and they don't align with you, but you've picked up something from the main part of the reading, then that's great. This is just extra confirmation. I think I want more than that. Okay, so let us get going. So an S and a 1, a O and a 1, an X and a 5, a V and a 4, a G and a 2, a C and a 3, an L and a 2, an A and a 1, a J and an 8, a Y and a 4, got one under there, a W and a 4, a K and a 5, a P and a 3, took me a while, a H and a 4, and finally an I and a 1. So that is what I have for you. I will list the song Runaway by Del Shannon in the description box. There might be some more messages in the lyrics for you. I don't think that there's a music video, but I'll have a look, and if it's there, I'll list it as well. Any of the other songs that I mentioned, what was that other song? I'll put that in the description box if I remember to as well. I wish you all the best on this particular journey. If this reading resonated with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Do hit the notification bell because I do post regularly. Are interested in any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to read your energy. I wish you all the best in this relationship, and I also wish you a lovely rest of the day.